米国代表まさかの黒星、デローサ監督に批判集中、運命は他国次第に。日本時間3月12日、米国時間3月11日に放送されたスポーツ番組、パット・マカフィー・ショーで、ワールド・ベースボール・クラシックに出場中の米国代表の衝撃的な敗戦が大きな話題となった。米国代表はイタリアに敗れ、グループリーグ突破の主導権を失う事態に直面。試合内容では、イタリア打線の主力が振るわなかったにもかかわらず勝利を許した点が強調され、優勝候補と期待されたチームの失速にスタジオは騒然となった。番組ではマーク・デローサ監督の采配に厳しい視線が向けられ、継投や起用法への疑問が相次いだ。SNS 上でも批判が広がり、責任論が急速に浮上。一方で主将のアーロン・ジャッジは、自分たちの運命を他国の結果に委ねるのは苦しい状況だと胸中を語ったと伝えられた。スタジオの議論は時にユーモアを交えつつも失望と危機感に満ちたものとなり、今夜は全員がイタリアを応援する立場だとの皮肉めいた声も飛び交った。番組ではこの後、専門家による詳細な分析と試合の背景が紹介される予定だ。米国代表の命運を左右する一戦の行方に世界中の注目が集まっている。
Ladies and gentlemen, Jet Passon.
Yeah.
Italians are good at organized crime. They are incredible at soccer, okay? They're good at cooking.
They didn't even make the World Cup.
They actually make it, yeah. What's that?
They didn't make it this year. They're not even good at soccer anymore.
Okay. Wow, okay.
They're a baseball country now.
New pass now.
But they're all Americans.
There's a certain team that may be getting removed that the Italians might slide in that spot.
For the World Cup?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good luck to the Italians making it in the World Cup. We're going to beat you in soccer. We can't be losing Italy in baseball.
The most amazing part of that game to me, just what happened on the field, the top 5 hitters in Italy's lineup, Pat, went 0 for 22. And they still beat Team USA. They still embarrassed this seemingly unbeatable American team. And right now, the Americans are resigned to sitting back at their hotel and watching tonight as Mexico and Italy play and hoping that either Italy wins or Mexico scores a bunch of runs, because if neither of those things happens, the Americans are going home. And in the 5 previous World Baseball Classics, they had at least advanced out of pool play, lost a couple of times in the quarterfinals, have won only once. But, man, the aspirations and dreams of this team compared to what they're facing right now are just night and day.
It's our pastime, Yeah. So, that was in a lot of group texts last night, I assume, not just ours. Trying to figure out pastime and pastime. So we got a mitt in ours. I assume everybody has theirs. We're all learning about baseball. Not all of us, because there's obviously a massive baseball community, and I've been very thankful for the baseball community seemingly being as welcoming as they have been. But there's a lot of us that this is us getting into baseball here because it's America. This is the same thing that happened with hockey. Okay, hockey teams showed up, women and men. Great goals, physical fighting, all that stuff.
The U.S. just looked flat yesterday, Pat. And when we're going to do an autopsy of this team eventually, and if they're out after tonight, there are going to be a lot of questions. And Mark DeRosa, the manager, and all the players, said this had nothing to do with it, but they were sitting around late. They were drinking beers. They were telling stories. They were having a good time. And if you're going to do that, you got to come back the next day and take care of business. And
if you want to hoot with the Eyes, you got to be able to soar with the Eagles. We're fucking America. We're the actual Eagles. So I don't like that this is... Ty actually has a few questions for you, and I'll tell you what, I don't know if you heard him over there. He was hitting a dry erase board whenever I was asking some questions on some things that he would like to get off of his chest, I do believe.
Jet, he's a dear friend of the program. He was incredibly hospitable and couldn't have been nicer when we were out in Arizona. Mark DeRosa is the man. But after putting his foot in his mouth about 100 times yesterday and saying, we want to win this game, but our ticket's already punched to the quarterfinal. And then the MLB and World Baseball Classic says, oh, boy, we got to rip that thing off the internet real quick. In your opinion, how much heat does he deserve? And also, Tone had a good question. At what point do you think he realized, oh boy, our ticket is not punched? Was it like the 8th inning when he had Kershaw up in the pen and then someone was like, hey, moron, sit him down and put Mason Miller up, okay? We cannot give up any more runs. I'm just shocked. I cannot believe we lost that fucking game last night. How much of the blame do you think Mark DeRosa deserves, and how much do you think, what kind of fallout is there going to be from this? Because a lot of people on the internet, they want his head to roll. Not just as the Team USA manager. They don't want to fucking see him on MLB TV
Come
either.
on.
They're coming after his morning show.
We're flying home from Nashville, and Gumpy's just reading off tweets. Oh, no, they're saying D-Row, more like D no more TV for me. Like, they was just like, the internet was just
killing him.
It was a long night for him. Once again, Aaron Judge, who we love, had the opportunity.
He was there.
Bryce Harper had the opportunity. There was a couple, but that was all so late. It feels like, boy, we really missed a lot of things. He's going to take the blame for that. It feels like Mark DeRosa is taking a lot of blame. And then, to your point, you did say, boys walking in here a little slow today. So you say sluggish start. It was like the night before.
They also interviewed him during the game, and to Jet's point, like Ryan Yarbrough, who is a good, swing man, but he's not an all-star. Like DeRosa was like, yeah, we need Yarbrough to just eat a couple innings here, because I think he was assuming, hey, we don't want to burn any of our top flight arms. Let's just let this guy kind of, take a couple innings out, and then obviously you see what happens. Like, we didn't really come with our elite guys that we really needed to have in a situation like that.
Connor, you okay? Jeez Louise.
I mean, this is what happens. We can't have anything nice. We try. We're
baseball.
trying. I love baseball. I'm still in on baseball and Red Sox.
Look at this.
Red Sox players are doing really well.
Red Sox players are doing great. We got baseball bats. Mark DeRosa is damn near Benedict Arnold at this point.
No, he is not.
Yes, he is.
That's what people are saying.
Yeah, that's what.
Jet, can you please get us back off of this?
We like Mark.
Love Mark the guy. I hate him as a manager. I know that for sure now. But I love the guy. I want to see him every day in here. I don't want to see him in the dugout. Not my dugout. No chance.
Please, Jet, can you soften all this at least if it's supposed to be, you think?
I'm going to try and walk you guys just through what I know and what I believe.
Jet, we need to be walked off of this. We need
Get us off the plate, Jet. We're on the
trying to
ledge,
walk
Jet.
you to the right place, Pat.
6
But
feet
Connor
from
won't
the ledge,
shut up.
I'm thinking.
Ty won't stop being angry. You're pissed and sitting there with his look on your face like boo-hoo.
I'm thinking about getting rid of this. I'm thinking about getting rid of this.
I can't because the Americans sting.
You know the Caglione bat flip? This thing's almost taking a few of these today, all right? And I'm talking about out of this building. I almost said, I'm not doing baseball ever again. We can't do nice thing. $5,000 minus 1,100 on USA to beat Italy.
Italians!
The Italians. Sorry.
That was a bad bet.
They're saying worst of all time.
It's really bad.
Please.
I told you that, dude.
Okay, Jet, everybody's so
Not
smart.
true.
Everybody's so smart.
It was a good bet
Can
yesterday.
you please talk? It was.
Tell us the
It was a
facts.
good
Jet.
bet at 6 o'clock.
I was just looking for dubs in the chat.
Yeah.
That's all I was looking for. Just a little positive because I was missing on everybody hitting home runs. Everybody was hitting home runs, but weren't the guys I was betting on.
Italy can't even spell baseball.
They added a thing.
Minus 1,100, Pat? What are you doing?
It must be a lot.
It was an automatic win.
Yeah. That stuff picked out to spend that 454 on.
That's why. Bingo. I had a dinger parlay that was coming in the next round.
Yeah.
Oh, my. PCA. This guy shows up. This guy was outrageous.
It's a
Look what
surefire investment.
That's our entire baseball team. I had no idea they could do that. Okay? Johnny Pizza's here. What's his name? It's at the bottom there. Luigi Primo. This guy's going to be a world champ because of what he could do with that dough.
He was actually catching last night.
And hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jet. If you could please get us off of Luigi promo and back in on baseball, we'd be appreciative of that.
Facts.
All right, so let's walk through everything that happened yesterday. Mark DeRosa goes on the Hot Stove Show, 9:45 in the morning, says we've punched our ticket to the quarterfinals. Now, he later told us, a group of reporters, that he did not realize until he had gotten to the ballpark that he had said that mistakenly. Now, he said the night before he met with Michael Hill, who's the general manager for Team USA, and that they had gone over all of the scenarios and that he knew exactly what Team USA needed to do. I've known Mark DeRosa a long time. I have no reason to believe that he is a liar. He's never been like that to me. But At the same time, there were a number of decisions that were made yesterday going into that game, whether it's sitting Alex Bregman down, sitting Bryce Harper down, sitting Bryce Terang down in the lineup, bringing Yarbrough in when he did, as opposed to going to some higher leverage relief guys to try and allow the score to stay a little bit closer rather than have an 8-0 deficit that you have to claw back from. Getting Clayton Kershaw up, and his explanation for that, I think actually makes sense. There's a 25-pitch limit for relief pitchers in the WBC. And if David Bednar, who was in the 8th inning, had reached that, DeRosa didn't want to go to Mason Miller, his closer, and then do what's called an up-down, where you go up for an inning, sit down, and then go back out there. A lot of the decisions that are made in the World Baseball Classic are not made by the managers. They're made by the teams that these players play for. So there are still opportunities for redemption here, but it's like Aaron Judge said, it's hard when you have things in your hands and then you fumble it and you leave it in someone else's hands. It's a paralyzing feeling knowing that the future of this team that believed it was going to be a champion rests on Italy and Mexico. And by the way, Italy and Mexico teams that hate the United States and would love nothing more than to be the ones who oust them from this turf.
Okay, on that note, Connor has the last question for you here, Jet.
Yeah, Jet, are we confident that Mexico and Italy aren't going to do some sort of backdoor, behind-the-scenes handshake deal? Like, hey.
What's so funny?
Yeah, you laugh. It doesn't make me feel better.
0-0 to the ninth.
Yeah, 0-0.
Baseball.
Let's strike everybody out, and then Jaron Duran will come up in the bottom of the ninth, hit a solo home run, and then Mexico will
just lay down a bunt. Just do a bunt home
walk
run
around
right
the bases.
Yeah,
Are we sure that won't happen? Because the over/under is also at 8, and that doesn't make me feel good.
No, that is not.
It's not an ideal situation for the U.S. I'll say this, that Italy's relief pitching is in a tough position right now. Mexico's relief pitching is in a tough position right now. So I do think this is probably going to be a higher scoring game. I do have a little WBC news for the program. And this is not big news by any means, but Italy lost its catcher, Kyle Teal, last night to a hamstring pull. And I don't know if you guys remember when Doug Mirabelli, Connor, you might remember this. Doug Mirabelli gets a police escort to go and play a game for the Red Sox. Right now, Mickey Gasper, a Red Sox backup catcher, a Paisano who was at Red Sox camp this morning, is en route to Houston and could potentially be in the lineup for Team Italy tonight as their starting catcher as they look to clinch Pool B and win this whole thing and go to the quarterfinals.
I don't love that we're shipping people in for this game that could be cooked for us, but on that note,
Benedict Sox.
But
we're trying to help Italy win, you fool. And if Italy wins, we win. Tone, if you remember the graphic.
Who struck out Judge last night? What team does he play for?
Sorry, Red Sox players are playing good.
Hey, listen, Canada.
Sorry.
I'll tell you what, if we don't make it out of pool play and Canada does, man, we're going to have to try to bury that conversation as fast as possible because it's going to be thrown in our face.
We got hockey. They can take baseball.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Jed, we appreciate you. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully. Also, hey, Mexico, let's have a fucking dong party today.
Yeah, exactly. In Italy.
Let's hit some dongs out here.
Eat some we're all Italian today, baby.
Yes, when the moon hits the eyes like a big pizza pie and some more. We need a more home runs today. Yeah. And also, we need a more of them. How about are they always play like that? I'm watching them gun people out at first. Guy does a full split like he's a gymnast at first base last night. What's his name?
Vinny Pasquantino.
Oh, of course, Master Vinny Paz. Yeah, Vinny splits.
Manager Frank Savelli, who is a Yankee great, actually got popped for steroids. So something to maybe look into.
Are we trying to protest? Can we protest said game last night?
I don't know.
There's caffeine in the espresso, guys. Come on.
I'd like to.
Oh, okay. That must be nice. Caffeine's what's beating America in baseball. Okay. All right. I'm sure that's what it is. All right. We appreciate you, Jet. You're the man. Thank you.
Thank you, boys.
Ciao. Jet.
Ciao, baby.
Come on, Italy.
今回も最後までご視聴いただき、本当にありがとうございました。動画の内容を楽しんでいただけたでしょうか。もしよろしければ、 チャンネル登録と高評価をお願いいたします。皆さんの応援が今後の動画制作の大きな励みになります。それではまた次回の動画でお会いしましょう。